In the year 1251, Our Lady of Mount Carmel appeared to Saint Simon Stock and gave him the brown scapular, promising salvation to all who wear it devoutly. That promise has echoed through centuries, but today, that same lady, the queen of prophets and terror of demons, cries out again. Her mantle is no longer just a comfort, it is a battlefield banner. And the name you speak before her could be the difference between deliverance and damnation. Father Michel Rodrigue has delivered a profound message. Unless you invoke the name of Jesus, Yeshua, aloud before Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the chains will remain. And those chains are not just spiritual, they are spreading now into our families, our health, our nations, our very skies. What chains bind you today? Some are invisible, like the persistent voice of depression whispering despair in the early hours. Others are economic, the mother working 3 jobs just to buy insulin for her child, trapped in a system where money flows to the wicked while the faithful beg for crumbs. But darker chains are tightening too, in homes where pornography has replaced love, in parishes where watered-down homilies have replaced truth, in hearts where compromise has replaced conviction. These are the chains Our Lady spoke of, and Father Rodrigue has confirmed. Unless the sacred name is spoken with fear and trembling before her image, these chains will not break. Because today's chains are forged not only in sin but in indifference, in the silence of good people, in the hollowing out of prayer, in the widespread refusal to name the battle for what it is. The world teeters. While you listen to this, the Euphrates River continues to dry, exposing ancient ruins tied to the Nephilim and demonic rites. In France, fire consumed Notre Dame as a warning. In Canada, churches burn while officials mock the faithful. In the US, satanic clubs are welcomed into public schools under the guise of inclusivity. All 10 commandments are removed from courthouses. In Jerusalem, rabbis whisper of a false Messiah. In Rome, cardinals whisper of heresy, of unity with those who deny Christ. These are not coincidences. They are seals cracking. As the moral foundations of civilization crumble, the war is shifting from visible skirmishes to invisible siege. Satan is no longer hiding, he is enthroned in culture, in politics, even in pulpits. And still, many slumber. A priest in Peru reported that his chalice bled after a mass offered in reparation for Freemasonry. In the Philippines, 3 schoolgirls collapsed, possessed, after reciting what they believed was an innocent manifestation chant they found on TikTok. The demons named themselves. They called themselves Legion and mocked the Rosary, mocking especially the scapular and Our Lady of Mount Carmel. In response to this, Father Rodrigue was shown in prayer that there would be pockets of resistance, remnant homes, where the chains of hell would not enter. But only if one act of obedience was performed, kneeling before Our Lady of Mount Carmel and declaring aloud the name of the Lamb, Yeshua, not whispered, not thought in silence, spoken aloud. Because it is written, at the name of Jesus every knee should bow, in heaven and on earth and under the earth. Philippians 2 verse 10. The demons must hear it. The air must tremble with it. Heaven responds when the name is proclaimed not as a symbol, but as a sword. The saints did not whisper his name, they cried it as they died. Polycarp, Perpetua, Maximilian Kolbe. Yeshua was the last word on their tongues. But today, his name is censored, mocked, replaced by vague spirituality and new age idolatry. We post about the universe and energy while forgetting that there is no salvation in any other name. And the time is short. A draft will come suddenly. In the middle of summer, the quiet streets of Europe and North America will rumble again with military boots. In Poland, the spirit of war will rise. In Germany, conscription will no longer be voluntary. In Texas, a chain of food riots will break out after an unexpected solar flare disrupts the grid, exposing the fragility of our infrastructure. And amid the confusion, demons will not wait. They will enter through the screens, the silence, the bitterness. Possession will increase, but it will no longer look like what we expect. It will look like numbness. It will look like addiction. It will look like a teenager sitting in the dark, convinced he's worthless, repeating, I want to disappear. It will look like suicide. Do not wait for permission from your bishop. Do not wait for your parish to announce a deliverance, Massachusetts. If you have an image of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, honor it. Light a candle. Kneel. Speak the name. Speak it if your heart is cold. Speak it if your house is falling apart. There is no chain the name cannot break. But if you refuse, if you say, "That's too intense, that's too extreme," then remember what is written in Hebrews 2 verse 3. How shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? The name Yeshua, spoken before Our Lady, activates her maternal authority in a unique way. She is not God. She is not a goddess. She is the mother of the Word made flesh, and when you speak His name before her, she intercedes with a power that terrifies the enemy. Because she is clothed in the sun, and the dragon knows he cannot touch her. Revelation 12 verses 1 to 6. This is war. And Mary, the Queen of Mount Carmel, is not passive. She crushes the serpent. She defends her children. But she requires us to act. Heaven honors free will, hell manipulates it. He also warned of a specific date, July 16th, the feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. On that day, demonic pacts will be renewed by occultists across the globe. Black masses will mock the Eucharist in Arizona and Berlin. Underground groups will perform rituals in abandoned churches in Italy and Louisiana, offering blood to the beast in exchange for favor. And what will Christians do? Grill hot dogs and scroll through social media? Or fall to their knees and speak the name? Because neutrality is no longer an option. In this hour, silence is surrender. Those who do not respond will notice it first in their sleep. Nightmares will increase. Sleep paralysis. Whispers at 3 a.m. Unexplained bruises. Children waking up screaming. Pets acting strangely. Then finances will shift. Unexpected losses. Destroyed investments, thefts. Finally, a spiritual darkness. Prayers will feel dry. Mass will feel empty. Hope will fade. And still, many will say, "This is just life." No. These are chains. And they remain because the name has not been spoken. But those who obey, there will be miracles. One woman in Quebec knelt before an image of Our Lady of Mount Carmel and cried out, "Yeshua, save my son." That night, her son, an atheist for 10 years, called her in tears, asking if he could go to confession. Another man in Croatia, tormented by addiction for 20 years, screamed the name of Jesus in a moment of desperation before her image. That same day, he vomited uncontrollably for 6 hours, then fell into deep sleep. He woke free. This is not charismatic hype. This is the ancient weapon of the church. The name of Jesus Christ is the terror of hell, and when spoken before the Queen of Carmel, it activates the full arsenal of heaven. So speak it. Cry it. Let it split the air in your home. Teach it to your children. Write it on your doorposts. Because the time is late. Wars will escalate. A false peace will be declared by the UN in September, but it will be a lie. It will come with a digital oath, pledging allegiance to a global reset. The Vatican will be silent. The world will rejoice. But the remnant will grieve. And only those who have spoken the name, only those under the mantle of Mount Carmel, will remain unshaken.